The red pill saved my life. Access granted. The red pill community saved my life. What's going on YouTube? You can call me Mike. I'm 39, single, male, heterosexual, with no kids, and I am the average man. Now, what is an average man, you might ask yourself? Well, if you're a man in America watching this video, there's a 75% chance that you are an average man. The average man's height is around 5'7" to 5'10". The average man's income is anywhere between $40,000 to $50,000 a year. And 75% of men is between 4 and a 6 on the scale of 1 to 10 when it comes to looks. If you fall into all three categories, congratulations, you are an average man. Is there anything wrong with being an average man? Absolutely not. However, it does come with its limitations of options in the dating game. If you don't fall into these categories, in fact, you're above these categories, and you have no problem getting women and finding your future wife, that is awesome, but this message may not resonate with you. But for the rest of us, average men, we know what it's like to be passed over, have very few options, don't get many, if any, matches on dating apps, always getting put in the friend zone, and if you're a little older, you know what it's like to be passed up for a Chad or Tyrone, only for women to come back to you with Chad or Tyrone's baby, only for them to eventually have you pick up the pieces because she has no other options. Now, before I found the manosphere and the red pill community, I'm not gonna lie, I used to be the biggest simp, blue pill, whatever you want to call it, at the highest proportion. I used to actually listen to women, what they were saying, and not paying attention to what they were doing until my late 30s. I used to cater to women and put them on a pedestal, thought they couldn't do anything wrong, and every time I heard a woman's sob story, saw the crocodile tears, I would believe them every time without question. I was so blue pill and would listen to women. I was a virgin till the age of 25 just because they would tell me all the guys wanted sex and they don't want sex. So I was like, oh, well, if they don't want sex, I just won't do it and then I'll get all the women. Boy, did that backfire. I'll talk more about that story in another video. But once I got to my, I'll say mid-30s, I started to notice a pattern amongst my female friends and women that I would talk to, and it just didn't add up. See, I had red pill thoughts, but I didn't know what it was called at the time. So one day, I found Kevin Samuels and the rest of the manosphere on YouTube, and I went down the rabbit hole. And to come to find out that I am not the only one going through this. At first I thought, man, that's a relief, because I really thought it was just me for a second, and I was going through some depression, and as I get older and older in my 30s, I was going through it. I can't lie. But when I saw that it wasn't just me, I started to feel the momentum shift. It's almost like if you're down in the big game and then your defense comes up with a big turnover, you start to get that momentum shift and you start to feel like, okay, I think we can do something now. See, before the internet and YouTube, the manosphere didn't exist. We had no outlet. There was no talk shows or no TV shows that were just for men, by men, that talked about men issues. And of course, we all have a couple of Chads and Tyrones in our friend group that actually get women. I think every guy in my friend group has a either long-term relationship or have been married for the last 10 to 15 years. And they make it look so easy, and now you're just trying to figure out what's wrong with you. So finding the manosphere and the red pill community really saved my life, because I was definitely going through depression because I could not figure it out. Through the community, I found that the average man has a 1% chance to get a match on Tinder, Bumble, or any of the other dating apps. That means out of 100 swipes, they'll get one match on average. Then I find out in the black community alone that 54% of black males between the age of 20 and 40 are childless and single. Then if you combine that with 32% of black males have children by multiple women. It really makes you think about what it really means to be an average man in Western society. Now, this channel isn't going to be like the other Red Pill channels. We're not going to dissect women and their accountability issues. There's plenty of channels focusing on that. This channel is going to focus strictly on men. So we're going to focus on how we can level up so we can start having more options and dictating the choices for ourselves when it comes to dating women. A lot of Red Pill channels do mention living in your purpose, continue to level yourself up, and become a little bit more active, so therefore good things will start to happen for you. They talk about staying away from low quality women and women that will waste your time because your time is valuable. But for most videos, that's pretty much all they talk about. They don't really tell you how to live in your purpose or how to really level up. So this year, I plan on leveling up myself, and I wanted to make this channel as a space where men can talk about how we're going to level up together, specifically with tasks that we're going to do this year. I personally believe there are 4 pillars to the average man, and these 4 pillars we can actually control to better our circumstances and better our chances to get more options. And before I tell you those 4 pillars, I want to make this clear that when you level up, it doesn't mean that you're going to find the woman of your dreams right away. It just means as a byproduct of leveling up, you are going to have more options for yourself. So you don't have to waste your time with low quality women, and you will be able to walk with more confidence, and that will attract a better quality woman. Now keep in mind, women like men who are at their level or above. However, when you watch a lot of these Red Pill videos, they only talk about the top 20% of women, those 8s, 9s, and 10s. 75% of women are average women. The average woman's height is between 5'3" and 5'6". The average woman's income is between $35K and $45K a year. The only difference from an average woman and an average man is looks, because the average woman's looks can range. Obviously, the better she looks, the more options she has. However, there are still some good-looking women that doesn't necessarily want to exercise all her options based on her looks. Our goal is to find and attract those women that fit into what we're looking for in a wife. So let's talk about those 4 pillars of the average man. The first pillar we're going to talk about is financial stability. Now, most women, whether they say it or not, whether they're traditional or modern, they want a man with financial stability. Now, what does financial stability look like to the average woman? Because it's different from the top 20%. For the average woman, financial stability looks like you can afford to buy a house / pay the rent, and you can afford to pay most, if not all, the major bills in the household. Now, as a man living by yourself, you should be able to do that anyway, but I know with this economy, things can be a little tough. However, in the financial stability pillar of this channel, we're going to show you how you can develop simple skills that will help you raise your income from $1,000 to $2,000 a month, and that's nothing crazy. If you can raise your income $1,000 to $2,000 a month, you will add anywhere between $12,000 to $24,000 a year on top of what you already make. This will now put you in the above average category financially. Now, we'll talk more about this in later videos. This video is just a brief overview of the channel. The next pillar for the average man is health and fitness. A study done by the channel Waffles, and I'll put a link to the study below this video, shows a healthy fit male can raise their look rating by at least 1 point minimum. The average man is between 15 to 25% body fat on average. If you can cut that down to 8 to 10%, that will make a huge difference in your life. Not only you'll be able to attract the type of fit, friendly, feminine woman that you're looking for, but you'll be able to be more active, and you'll be in more places to actually meet the women that you're looking for in person. Your clothes will fit better, your confidence will go up, and your overall presentation as a man will go up that much higher to above average level. So for health and fitness, we're going to be talking about simple routines that we're going to be able to be doing whether you're at your home, your apartment gym, Planet Fitness, or wherever you're going to work out. We're going to talk about simple routines that we can do on a daily basis that will change our body. We're also going to be talking about different supplements that your body needs and the different things that we can eat and the way we're going to change our eating habits. So more on those videos later. The third pillar to the average man is appearance and hygiene. Now this one is a tough one because we all have our own unique styles and we all love comfort. And we all love to be different, so this is going to be a tough one to go over. However, appearance and hygiene are the first thing a woman sees about you, so it's very, very important. As we're getting fitter and healthier, our clothes are going to start looking better on us, and we want to make sure we have clothes in our wardrobe that we can go to at any moment for each occasion. Now keep in mind, we're not talking about wearing the latest designer clothes. No, we're talking about simple, good-looking outfits that doesn't cost a whole lot of money. Because remember, we're not going after the top 15 to 20% of women that are all about name brand and designer clothes. We're going after the average woman. The average woman doesn't care about name brands. They only care about if you're clean, well hygiene, well groomed, and you look nice in the clothes that you wear. The fourth and final pillar is living in your purpose. Now people talk about this all the time, but what does it really mean? All this means is doing the things that actually make you happy, the things that you like doing, but not just doing them at home, but doing them outside the house too, so you can attract more women that actually like those things that you enjoy doing. So for example, if you're really into art, instead of drawing or doing your thing in your home, painting or whatever you like to do, take that outside. Take it to art galleries or your local art show in your area. And this is exactly how you can raise your status. Now I know this may get uncomfortable for some guys out there, but in order to be great, you have to be comfortable with getting uncomfortable. We all know women are attracted to financial stability, looks, and status. For looks, we talked about how we're going to upgrade our health, fitness, and appearance. Financially, we talked about how we're going to raise our income. And in order to raise your status, you must live in your purpose. Now, status is different to every single woman. So, for example, if you're already into fitness and you are a fitness trainer, a woman that goes to your class will see you as having status because you are the head of that class. If you're into art and you have a painting in the art gallery and a woman comes to see your painting, let's say you happen to be standing by your painting and showing other people. Now to that woman, you have status because she sees your painting on the wall. So yes, status is different with every woman. However, when you're living in your purpose and you're doing the things that you like to do, going to meetups, meeting other people in your area that like to do those similar things, other women who like to do those things as well will see you and you will become more attractive to the average woman. Now to recap, those 4 pillars to the average man was financial stability, health and fitness, appearance and hygiene, and living in your purpose. Now before you go, there is a bonus pillar. This bonus pillar is personal development, and this is strictly for you. Personal development is so important for your growth and your maturation process of being able to achieve these 4 pillars and improving yourself. So once a week, we'll go over some of my favorite books and break them down basically like a book club. If you start to read these books and take personal development seriously, leveling up will become easier and easier, you'll become more motivated, and you will start to grow personally. This first video is basically us saying welcome to our channel. My goal is to personally level up, and once again, I want you to come along on this journey, and if I can help at least one person level up and eventually find a good wife and to be able to build their legacy, I have done my duty. I plan on putting together different playlists so you'll be able to see exactly the different videos, the different pillars, and it'll be nice and organized for you guys. Also, we are going to put together a Patreon to where you'll be able to see all of our video tutorials teaching you guys how to develop websites, digital marketing, content creation, a bunch of different tutorials teaching you how to develop skills so you can raise that income and raise your status. Remember guys, we are all in this together. Who got my back?